Hello, and welcome to another wonderful Wired Wednesday. My name is Ashley, and this is Mindfulness Apps. Okay, so today we're going to go through 3 different apps for mindfulness. So we have Calm, Headspace, and Smiling Minds. So Calm actually just looks like a blue square with Calm written in cursive. So that's the first one we're going to go into. So if you're on an Android, you would go to the Google Play Store and download it from there. Or like I am on an iPad, you would go into the App Store and download it from there. So when you first go in, it's going to ask you if you'd like to do the 7-day free trial. You can do that. That's no problem. You just hit that. You have to have a credit card in your iPad, like in the App Store, or same thing for your Google Play Store. So you'd want to have something on file. So what it does is it won't charge your credit card until the 7-day trial is up. So you have 7 days to cancel. Most of these tablets and things will actually send you a reminder a few days before, but you can just go into the App Store on the iPad, and then you just go into your subscriptions, and then you can cancel it from there. Typically what I do is I just go in right away after I do the 7-day trial, and I cancel it then. So that way there's me forgetting, and then if I want to do it, then after the 7 days, I can just go back in and you can add it on then. So for Calm, Calm starts at $19.99 a month, and it goes up from there, and they have yearly subscriptions as well. All right, so to start off with, when you first go in here, I have it set so it's not doing this, but it'll have like a rain sound in the background, so don't be worried when that comes up. So to start off with, it has a For You section. So you can see here that there's the different ones they have that's basically for me. They have ones for your mental fitness. You can train your mind. You can do that kind of thing as well. The sleep stories, and we'll go through all of that. Meditations, music, and recent daily calms. So they have like special daily ones as well. All right, so first we're going to go into sleep. So we're going to go back here. We're going to go into sleep stories. So what it will ask you to sometimes is how you're feeling. So you can choose to skip that, or you can choose to put down how you're feeling. It's up to you. So if you're going to use this in a long-term kind of way, then it's good for you to have what your emotions are, so you can kind of see how you feel after these things. So for the sleep stories, they basically have stories that are read by people. They go from anywhere from about 25 minutes, and they go up from there. You can choose what you'd like to listen to. So they have a lot of famous people who read stories as well, people with soothing voices. My favorite one, Stephen Fry, and he talks about lavender fields. And it's 24 minutes long, and I always find that I fall asleep before the 20 minutes is up. So it's pretty good because I choose people with soothing voices, and they talk, and you're listening to them, and then you just kind of just drift off. It's fantastic. So down here they have the featured ones. So these are the ones they have that are featured right now. And they'll always have that. So like some of them even go up to like an hour and 24 minutes. They have recommended, so you can see what they have here under recommended. So even Matthew McConaughey is doing a sleep story, so you can listen to him talk you to sleep. Celebrating Black voices for Black History Month. So we have here Idris Elba, I think he was the sexiest man alive a couple years ago. So you can see that he's reading stuff. And you can go through and you can just see what you'd like. Winter Escape. So if you like, it just gives you like different things as well. So the different themes they'll have. They have kids stories. So if you have a child who would like to listen to someone go to sleep, they have some kids stories. So The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, Peter Pan, etc. Velveteen Rabbit. You can go through here and you can see. And they have more. So if you just hit see all, you can see all of them. And there are a lot of them on here. Trains. So if you're into trains, you can listen to the soothing sound of trains in the background and have someone talk you to sleep. They have fiction sleep stories, nonfiction sleep stories, nature stories, travel, and it goes on from there. And you can even choose by narrator. So if you like a certain narrator, you can go and you can find stories that are by these people. There's even one by Bob Ross. So if you go over to the next one, so there's meditations. So these are sleep meditations. So you can go through here and you can see, and once again, you can choose which one you'd like. And for this one here for deep sleep, you can choose how long you want it to be. So if you want 5 minutes, all the way up to 35 minutes. So I'm just going to play a little bit of the first one here for 5 minutes, just so you can kind of get an idea of what it is. I find it very relaxing. So if you want to do how you're feeling, you can do that, or I'm just going to skip it right now.
Welcome to this 5-minute deep sleep body scan. To start, lie down in a comfortable position. Rest your arms by your sides and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths in and out.
So that just gives you an idea of what that is. So this is the deep sleep. So if you go back and you're still going through the meditation, so they have all kinds of them here. And then they have music as well, so by some popular artists as well. And you can listen to sleep music that's specially made by them. Soundscapes. So soundscapes are things like, rushing waves or like, water on leaves and things like that. So these are all things, they're just those sounds. And then available offline just means that when you download things, you can download them to listen to later. So if you want to listen to some white noise, if you're going camping or something like that, you can download it to listen to it offline later. And then if you go into meditate, you can see here that you can do it by different categories. So you can do sleep, anxiety, beginner, stress work, self-care, with soundscapes, inner peace, focus, emotions, less guidance. So which means less guidance just means that there's less guidance. You can just kind of take it yourself and do it. And then you can just kind of go there. And the same thing, available offline, you can download these to listen to at other times. And there are lots of different options here. And then music, once again, so this is the music here by different artists. There's some without vocals. I think majority of them are without vocals. And then more, so you can do different. It gives you different libraries here that you can go through and you can see what you'd like to listen to, and different exercises you can do. And then scenes, you can choose what you'd like to have as your background when you go in, and you can download that as well. So it's just something you can look at. And it's supposed to bring you calmness. And that's calm. So the next one we're going to look at is Headspace. So Headspace is just a white circle with a white square with an orange circle inside the center. So Headspace actually has a series on Netflix right now that you can go and take a look at as well. So the voice that you're going to hear in this one, it's the same as the voice that you're going to hear in the Netflix special. So the Netflix special just basically goes through, how to meditate, how to do that, how to get started and that kind of thing. So it's kind of a cool thing to have and then to take a look at this as well. So Headspace actually is $17 a month after the free trial, or $89 a year, $89.99 a year. So basically, what you do is the same thing. You would just subscribe to it. You can choose to they have a 14-day free trial as well. You can choose between the 7 or the 14 days. It's up to you what you like to choose. And then once again, you can just go into your subscriptions and cancel it before the time's up, or just do it right away after you do that and then decide if you want it or not. So this is what Headspace looks like. It's a lot more cartoony than Calm is. So you can see here that they actually start you out. So if you've never actually done this before, they have the basics. So you can see how the basics of breathing, letting go of stress, things like that. So you start you off with those kinds of things. So then you can explore meditation. They have courses and singles. So you could do a whole course of meditation or a single meditation. So you can see here, you can go to courses A to Z and go through there. And then you can have the ones that are, a whole course where like you do multiple ones. So there's ones for managing anxiety, patience, ones pregnancy ones. So you can go through and you can kind of just choose what you'd like. So for example, I'm just going to go into, let's go into managing anxiety. And I'll just let you listen to that. So you can choose what you would like. So you choose your teacher. So you can choose Andy or you can choose Eve. It just depends on the voice. Andy has, I believe it's an Australian voice. So I'm just going to actually choose Eve and just see what she sounds like.
Hi, and welcome to Headspace on managing anxiety, and to part 1. Now, this particular exercise and technique
builds on the foundation technique that you will have learned in the basics. So it's really important that you learn that in full and that you feel comfortable and confident in applying that technique. Now, of course, anxiety means something different to everybody. For some people, anxiety in itself may sound a little too strong.
So what these do is they kind of start you out with explaining about anxiety or explaining about what you're going to listen to. Calm does a similar thing where they kind of give you like a preface first, just to see about the different topics, I should say, and then it goes on from there. So, and then they'll get into the breathing and that kind of thing. It gets right into the meditation, but it kind of just gives you like an overall overview of things before you start. So you can go down and you see the courses in singles. So we're just going to go back. SOS. So when you really need a break. So pretty much if you're having a really tough time and you need something that's like quick and you need it now, this is it. So if you're like, if you're panicking, if you're getting really angry, if you're in pain, flustered, so you can just do these. And these are just little short burst meditations that you can do just to calm yourself right in the moment, which I think is just great. Timers. So you can choose how long you want it to be. So you can choose a guided meditation, a semi-guided, or an unguided, where you just meditate yourself and you do your own work. And you can talk to yourself or talk to yourself in your head or that kind of thing, to kind of like do what you need to do during your meditation. So these are a great idea as well. And you can just choose the time that you would like to do it. So anywhere from 5 minutes to 120 minutes. And then techniques and support. So you can see here like focused attention. So they're just like, these are like little courses that like mini courses you can do for guidance, to see how you can kind of work on these things like reflection, loving kindness, skillful compassion, focused attention. So as you can see, between Calm and Headspace is a lot more kind of like going into your mind, whereas Calm is more like just for kind of listening to, you can do meditations and do your work that way, but this is actually like about doing like the actual work to become great at meditation. So it just depends on what you're looking for. So then they have down here at the bottom, along the bottom, you can do group meditations as well. So that's with other people online. So that's something you can do. And they have ones that start at different hours. And then you can go to sleep. And then they have the sleep meditations that you can go through. They have sleep casts, which are pretty cool. And you can listen to different things. It's the same idea as like the storytelling and things like that, like from Calm. It's just somebody telling a story, and it's like very calming and soothing. So these ones are by, I believe, the same two people. So Eve and Andy are the two voices that you hear. So it's not like it's anybody famous or anything like that. It's them. And then wind downs. So meditation and breathing to prepare the mind for sleep. So just to kind of chill yourself out. So one thing people have a lot of problems with typically is switching off. I have issues with switching off my brain at nighttime. So this is something that is just 5 minutes. I know I can do it. 5 minutes from now, I'm going to be like chilling out. Nighttime SOS. So if you wake up in the nighttime, and you have, a lot of times people wake up at like 2:00 in the morning and like they're thinking about something at work, or your brain doesn't shut off, or it just starts talking, or you have a nightmare. So these are things that you can do just to get yourself back to sleep, and they're about 10 minutes long. They have sleep music as well. And you can see here that they have different ones you can choose from. And see, so you can actually set timers on these as well for how long you want them to play for. Soundscapes. So once again, what you'd like to listen to. So like Bridgewater, low lagoons, canyon rivers, forest streams, all those really nice calming sounds. Waterfalls. There's all kinds of things on here that you can listen to. And then there's sleep radio as well. And that just gives you rain radio. So it's just like the rain sounds for 500 minutes. the night sounds, so just like, crickets and things like that, and then the ocean. And then move. So they also have things you can do like for exercise on here now. So you can go through and you can do mindful cardio. There's quick workouts, mini ones. You can go through and there's different people that they have on here. And then performance mindset for like athletes and things like that. So like, for your morning run, it's like to get your mental fitness going so you can perform well. And then focus. So if you need to improve your focus, then these are things that you can go through and listen to as well. So, if you're at work and you're having trouble focusing, you can stick this meditation on for 10 minutes and just kind of bring yourself back into the flow of work. And they have soundscapes as well, energy shots, mindful earth, focus exercises, and focus music as well. And then they have the today, which you can go through, and if you have favorites, they'll be here. You can go through managing your thoughts, and there's different things as well. And that's Headspace. So the next one we're going to go into is Smiling Mind. So Smiling Mind is a non-profit mindfulness app, which means it doesn't cost anything. It's completely free. And they want people to use it because they want people to have access to these meditations and stuff for your mental health. So when you go in, it's going to put you on My Programs first, and it'll ask you some questions as well. It'll ask you when you first log in, like when you first go onto it, like what you're struggling with and that kind of thing. And it'll give you some options to choose from, and you choose from those options, and then it'll kind of gear things to you for what they think that you need up front. And they'll put that under your programs. And then if you go over here, so you can see across the top, there's My Programs, My Sessions, and All Programs. So if you go into All Programs, you can browse all programs. So you have everything from if you're an adult, for kids, youth, families, classroom, at work, healthcare workers, other languages, research projects. You can browse all programs. So for this one, I'm just going to go into the adult ones. And first and foremost, they have click here. You can do bite-sized meditations. So they're between 2 and 5 minutes long. So if you don't have a whole lot of time, then this is something that's great to do. Like, before work in the morning, just still spending some time for you. So the first one they have here is an intro to mindfulness. So they're giving you kind of like the basis for mindfulness and how to do it and how to get started. And then they have Mindfulness Foundation. So they have different modules. You see here it says 2 modules, 6 sessions. So it means those 6 sessions, so it's going to take you through and just kind of show you, how to be mindful. And then Mindfulness Foundations is just kind of setting those foundations for you. And then they have sleep meditations. You can do a 21-night sleep program. Thrive Inside. So during this difficult time, we're here to help you remain inspired. So that's kind of a nice thing to have right now too, with everything that's going on. And we're supposed to be staying home, and not really doing too much of anything. It can be kind of detrimental to our mental health. So Thrive Inside is a really great one to do for that. Calm for Everyday Mindfulness. So there's some shorter ones in here that you can go and take a look at as well. The Daily Commute, so meditation's designed for on the go. So, if you don't have time to sit and and relax and that kind of thing, you can do it on the go as well. They have extended meditations, so you can actually do that with less guidance and you can kind of just do your own thing. It's about what works for you, right? Mindfully Back to School, so made for parents and teachers for the back to school period. Relationships, sports, stress management, for studying, unguided meditations. So it's just basically you can practice in silence and they're unguided, so nobody's talking. You just get to be with yourself and do what you want to do. So this one has a few less things than the other ones, but once again, it is free. So it gives you lots of choices that way for a free app. I was pretty impressed with this. So you have here your dashboard, so it kind of shows you like what you've been doing. And just kind of, you can go through and, like I said, it'll ask you about what you're feeling right now. And it'll give you a questionnaire and like some different faces that you can choose from. So that's a great way to get started. So you can kind of see as you go along with your meditation, how you're feeling. Is it making you feel better? Is there something else you need to be working on? That kind of thing. And then if you go under more, you can actually donate to them as well if you'd like to do that. You can contact them or if you need support. These are all things you can do. So we have adults. I'm just going to go into the kids one just to kind of show you some kids ones. So they have sleep for kids. So if your child has issues with sleeping, this is something that can help support a better night's sleep. You can go through and it breaks it down by age ranges as well. And you can see it does all that. And then I'm just going to go back and I'm just going to just give you an example of one of the adult ones. So let's go Thrive Inside. So you can pick from different ones. It tells you how long they are. So each one of them, depending on what you have for time. And you can download them as well to listen to them offline. So I'm just going to go into gratitude and joy. So I'm just going to do that. And then you can begin the session. And we're just going to start session. So now it's going to ask you here how you're feeling. So you can skip this if you'd like. So I'm just going to skip it.
Welcome to Smiling Mind. This is a gratitude and joy meditation. Let's begin by getting into a comfortable position, allowing your eyes to close and your body to settle. For the next little while, there's nowhere you need to go and nothing you need to do. Start by checking in mindfully with yourself. Notice your body sitting or lying here. How's your posture? Are you comfortable? Now tune in to how you're feeling and just allow these feelings to be present.
So that just gives you an idea of what one of these is like. It gives you some time. What I like about these ones is that it gives you some time to think in between. So when they're talking, they're not talking the whole time. It gives you time just to be with yourself and just to think about, how you're feeling at the time. And then once again, they have the SOS ones as well. So if you need something like right now, like just like the other two had SOS. So basically this is a meditation that's quick and it just allows you to bring yourself back down and to calm yourself as well. And that's Smiling Mind.